Hello everybody, Mr. Storm here. Welcome back to Hearts of Iron 4, Millennium Dawn, Honduras. In the last episode, we launched our invasion of St. Kitts and Nevis, our first foray into the Leeward Islands. Invasion might be a bit of a strong term. We sent some troops over there and planted our flag. That's about what we did. And so we are now working on doing the same thing to Dominica. We'll be done our justification on the 8th of December. So, got a little ways to go. We were able to flip Jamaica over to non-aligned, so they are now ripe for the picking. So we'll be doing that here shortly. We've got our first nuclear submarines. Well, we designed our first nuclear submarine. It's under construction. The Caribe class, or Caribbean class. So that'll be done on the 15th of September. I'll begin putting together nuclear wolf packs as opposed to diesel wolf packs. We're still going to maintain diesel subs, because there are actually significant advantages to diesel submarines. We're actually also very close to being able to build a surface navy. Because we've got our corvettes, hulls, researched out. And we are just about done our turreted anti-air missile research. So, yeah. Once we're done this, which will be in specifically 13 days, we'll begin designing our corvette. And we're going to work on our frigate hulls. So, yeah. Things are coming along. We're pretty close to getting a design for an armored personnel carrier. So, we'll see how that goes. Then we'll be able to make mechanized infantry. Then we'll design an infantry fighting vehicle, an IFV, and then we'll be able to make armored infantry, and then we'll design a main battle tank. And then we'll be able to make actual armored divisions. So. And we're also coming along on... Alright, so the anti-air missiles are complete. Now, our corvettes are not going to be nuclear powered. I seriously doubt it. Alright, I think what we're going to actually do is we're going to move this slot over to our aircraft. Because we need to start doing aircraft weapons. Alright, you've got Delta Wing Form. Protective Technologies 1. We've got railgun naval cannons. So now we can actually do railgun research. Okay. And that means that we now can design our corvettes. Yep. Jet turbine engines is what we're going to be using on these. Yeah, we're going to give them light guns. Let's see, these are anti-ship missiles. Yeah, we want vertically launched anti-ship missiles. Some VLS cells. We're going to want these to have helicopters. We're gonna give him point defense. Ram? Yeah, ram. Okay, we could do a light helipad. Surface detection, sub detection, surface visibility, anti-ship guided weapons. They can drop torpedoes. A submarine warfare because they can drop torpedoes. Mine sweeping. Yeah, you know what? We'll give them a helipad. That is fine. Class. We're gonna call this. I'm actually gonna use the English term. The privateer class. Alright, we need... Hold on. What's DDG? We'll just make that FF. Okay, that's fine. We need a bunch of materials. Modern armor. Okay, we'll get that in a second. And we're actually short on steel. Canada can send us the steel. That does reduce our construction a little bit, but it's alright. We need the materials. Alright, so we're caught up on armor designs. Armor types. Let's get to work on defensive systems. Light armaments. Armored vehicle manufacturer. Hard attack, soft attack for... These are mutually exclusive. No, we're going to go for the APCs because we're going to get those first. And our submarine manufacturer. Alright, modern armored hull. So now we're going to start working on ammunition types. I don't know if that actually applies to armor personnel carriers, but yeah, you want reactor grade material? Sure, you can have it. Naval manufacturer. Reliability, armor, and anti-submarine warfare. Max range. No. Reliability, armor, and anti-submarine warfare for our corvettes, stealth frigates, and patrol boats. Okay, yeah, we're working on designing stealth corvettes. We'll probably give the stealth corvettes a different designation. Alright, so it is September. We have our first nuclear attack submarine. So let's make you... This is going to be the nuclear Wolfpack. United Visegrad State integrates Russia. Okay, so they are massing. Oh, I need to make a change. I want to get rid of the landowners. I want to swap over to the military. Defensive systems, advanced defensive systems. Heavy Nera composites is complete. We have successfully infiltrated Venezuela's navy. Yes, we successfully infiltrated Venezuela's navy. Alright, good. That gives me a better idea of their naval capabilities. So they have 2 Type 209 class submarines. I think those are German? And 6 Lupo class frigates. Alright, they want a trade agreement? Sure, we're going to have a trade agreement. They have 8 ships. Alright, that is going to be easy to deal with, I think. Now we just need to look into Colombia. Because this is going to determine which of these we're going to want to go after first. Alright. Frigate hull. On to the next. Alright, we have successfully infiltrated Colombia's navy. Alright, how much now information do we have on Colombia's navy? 100%. Perfect. They have 5 frigates, they have 15 corvettes, and 2 Type 209 class submarines. Attack submarines. 22 ships in total. That's going to be a bit of a tougher nut to crack in Venezuela. I think I want to infiltrate Venezuela's army if at all possible. So let's do that. Get a better handle on exactly what their army is doing. Advanced vehicle computer systems. Alright, so we're caught up on that. Heavy autocannons, or do we want to start working on turbine engines? Auxiliary electrics, ERA. Let's go with heavy autocannons. Alright, finish up interrogation techniques. Tank laser point defense. That sounds nice. Osama bin Laden has been killed. Okay. Active protection systems. Alright, advanced surface reactors. Let's get modern surface reactors. Advanced defensive systems. Do you know anything about your Air Force? That you don't have one. Yeah, okay. Somewhere along the line, we got some F-15s. Interesting. Must have captured them from somebody. Alright, you guys get to training exercises. Alright, justification is complete. Alright. Declare war. Send them. And war's over. Alright, annex them. Alright, now let's begin preparing an invasion of Jamaica. Let's begin justifying a war goal. Now we definitely want to do the same things we did before. Build up the air base. Build up the naval base. Build up the coastal forts. Build up the air defenses. Now, no, I don't have any cipher decrypted on Jamaica. It shouldn't be a problem. Construction 7, we'll work on that. Alright, we have a corvette built. Cutting edge defensive systems. Alright, submarine tree is complete. We actually have 3 corvettes. This is going to be a patrol group. For the moment, I'm going to say 10 corvettes in the patrol group. Alright, let's get the submarines out on patrol. Let's get the surface ships out on patrol. We need a commander. An admiral. We don't have anybody that can be part of Navy Command. Alright. Alright, modern ammunition is complete. Near future ammunition. Yeah, do it. Is anybody else exercising? Yes. You guys are done. You've probably been done for a while. Air superiority, mission efficiency. Yeah, air superiority, mission efficiency. We'll grab that. All right, we need some naval. Alright, interrogation techniques are done. We're going to do diplomatic training next. Advanced landing craft is complete. Begin working on railguns. Naval manufacturer. Damage resistant design. We have successfully infiltrated Venezuela's army. Should probably go ahead and do that to Colombia too. Alright, what are we looking at in terms of their army? Now we know a little bit more than what we did. 95 to 111 divisions. That is quite a bit. That is definitely quite a bit. We are going to need to significantly expand our army. Alright, there's our cutting-edge defensive systems. Alright. I think what we're going to do next is work on ERA, I guess. Protected Technologies 1. Protected Technologies 2. Radar advantage, air attack, air attack. You still doing resistance suppression? Is that something we really need to be doing? Russia and Armenia have created a union state. Okay. Alright, fully autonomous fighters is complete. Experimental engine types. Stealth experimentation. No, we'll go with the experimental engine types. Alright, we'll get the modern diesel engines here. Alright, near future ammunition. That's good. Let's work on the turbine engines. Not going to be necessary for what it is that we are doing. Modern surface nuclear reactors. Okay, so that's caught up. Let's start working on destroyer hulls then. On a modern diesel engine, 2 days. Alright, modern diesel engine is complete. Let's work on those auxiliary electric engines. But I think that is now sufficient for us to begin designing we're actually down to 0% unemployment. Good. So actually, let's take these office sectors out of the list. Alright. So, we need to design now mounted ATGM. No turret. Medium torsion bar. Suspension. We're gonna go with light composites, because we don't want these to be really heavy. Diesel engine. Yeah, diesel engine. Find radar system, optical targeting acquisition system. Optical targeting acquisition system. We want ergonomic troop doors. Modern space armor. We'll be doing machine gun ammo. Troop transport, that's what we're looking for. Add the troop carrying space module located in equipment and design modules. Tank dozer plates. Troop carrying space. There we go. There we are. Troop transport. That's what we want. It's not wheeled. Gonna be more something along these lines, I think. Or that. Yeah, that. All right. No, we're not taking any kind of heavy armaments. We obviously don't have a turret. I mean, there's no turret here. No external ATGM launchers. Let's see. Offensive systems. Remote weapon station. Yeah. We'll have that. Manual loading. Okay, well, I guess we don't use this. We don't have the option to remove. Unless one or more required armaments. Oh, heavy machine guns. Right. We want that. There we go. Right, because it actually needs a main armament. Okay, that makes things. Optical targeting systems require. Okay, well that I think we can just remove because I don't think we're gonna put. No, that doesn't go in there, and that doesn't go in there. That doesn't go in there. Battle stations. We'll put advanced battle station. Okay, we can do that. External ATGM launchers. Early hard kill system. We want these things to be defensive. Alright. There we are. And we're getting long on this episode because of this. That's okay. That's alright. Alright, we're going to call this the AP1 Mula. There we go. Begin manufacturing them. Alright, and that is where we're going to go ahead and end the episode. So for now, we will stop here. We're going to want to design a proper mechanized infantry. Templates here. And begin training those out. So that is going to be the plan. Alright, but for now, we'll stop here. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. Thanks for watching. Go ahead, like, subscribe, and comment. And I will see you next time.